throw, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Fields on 1st down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 21. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Falcons.
There's just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
But it's certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
In motion, the tight end.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 11.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him.
And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it.
He's got him in. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Strike! Check, strike! Hurry, hurry!
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's got Rome! And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts on a receiving end from Desmond Ridder. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, Parker, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with great starting field position.
And now here's another interception.
And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Patterson again.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll roll it. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Montgomery, another target and catch. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 93 yards on the ground for him so far. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On the double.
Batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown Bears. Justin Fields finding Darnell Mooney, and the Bears get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, Patterson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Patterson running between the tackles. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Bears' 39-yard line.
Let's go.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, go steal.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts on the receiving end for Desmond Ridder. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Coup now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
And
not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
straight ahead, Patterson.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fashion, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. Steal. Check steal. Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
One more time with Patterson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Prescott yet again.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try and run the option left side. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Pollard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, I tell you, Ezekiel Elliott, he is just built like a bowling ball, and he powered his way into the end zone there.
I love that description of him because when you think about Zeke, you think about lower body strength and those legs churning and creating extra yardage.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain. Six. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Pollard going to try the right side. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down throw for Prescott.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb.
56 yards.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Green back. Red sniper. On the ball.
They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Marr able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready, play. 52 blaster. Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A handoff for Patterson.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Check pitch.
Here's Patterson again.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check nigga. Hey, green.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Jack rep. Jack.
They'll give it to Patterson.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard
taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw, Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Desperation time. Prescott on fours.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Running the counter, Patterson.
It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Again, Patterson.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.